How to diagram a sentence. So when you diagram a sentence, the first question you want to ask yourself is, what is the subject? So the subject is who or what the sentence is about, usually a noun or a pronoun. Then the second question is, what is the verb? And the verb is what the subject is or is doing. And then all the other words in a sentence are modifiers. So either it's an adjective, meaning it's a word that modifies the subject, or an adverb, or a word that's modifying the verb. All right, let's do a diagram in action. So who or what is the sentence about? The sentence is about Tina, so that's the subject. So we're going to put Tina here because the subject always goes to the left of the diagram. What did Tina do? She sang, so that's the verb. So we'll put the verb here. Why? Because that's where the verb goes. It always goes to the right of the diagram. So that's the basic diagram. So when we go to the next sentence, so the subject, who or what the sentence is about Tina. So we'll put Tina in the subject section. What is the subject doing? It's Tina sang. So we'll put sang in the verb section. Now, there's two words left. So they're modifiers. So is little modifying Tina, or is it telling you about sang? Well, it's telling us about Tina, so it's modifying Tina. So we'll just do the slant line. So all you got to do is go to line, hit the line, draw it. Okay, so we can put little under Tina. All right, so loudly, is it telling you about Tina or about her singing? Well, loudly tells you how she sang, so it's modifying the verb, an adverb, so it goes under the verb line. So we can just make a line again, and we'll just draw it. Oops, sometimes you got to hit it twice. Okay, so when you see that, so loudly is telling you how Tina sang. Is an adverb, so it goes here. So there we go. Now let's go to the next one. All right, so the same thing. Who or what the sentence is this sentence about? So Danny's package arrived late. So it's tempting to say Danny, but when you think about it, did Danny arrive late? No, his package arrived late. So the sentence is about the package. So you'll put package here because that's the subject. Now, what did the package do? It arrived. So you'll put arrived in the verb slot. That means these two are modifiers. So let's do I'll get our line for this modifier. So is Danny modifying telling you about the package or about the arrival? So it's telling you whose package. So Danny goes here because it's telling you whose package, so it's modifying package. And late is telling you when it arrives, so it's modifying the verb. So you could put late here because it's modifying the arrive. Okay, so you see the main parts of the sentence is always the subject and verb, and most of the other words in the sentence is then a modifier. All right, we have a few more left. So diagram 4, he worked hard today. All right, who or what is this sentence about? It's about he. So you put he because he always goes in the subject. Now, what did he do? That's the verb. So he worked. So you put worked in the verb slot. So is hard telling you about he or about his working? Well, it tells you how he worked. So it's going to go under the verb line and it would be considered an adverb. So we'll put hard there. Now, today, is it telling you about he? Is it modifying he or about the working? Well, since it tells you when he works, it's modifying the working. So this case, we have two adverbs. So we'll just make a nice spot there for it, and we put it here. So we have he is the subject, worked is a verb, and hard in today modified work, so they're both considered adverbs. All right, so we're doing good here. Let's move on to our next sentence diagram. The cute chubby baby slept peacefully. All right, so what is the sentence about? So it's about the babies, right? So I'm going to put babies here. That's the subject. So what did the babies do? That's going to be the verb. They slept. So you put slept here. All right. Everything else is modifying, right? So you might think, well, since it's is it more connected to the babies or to the slept? Well, it's kind of more connected to the babies. So you can say it's modifying the subject. So we'll put it here. Cute and chubby is both telling you about the baby. So we know those are modifying the subject, also known as adjectives. So we'll just put these two adjectives under what is modifying. So we got the cute and chubby is all telling you about the baby, the subject baby. So they're adjectives modifying the subject. And peacefully, is it telling you about the babies or how they slept? So I think it is telling you how they slept. So how did they sleep? They slept peacefully. So it could go under the verb, and it will be known as an adverb. All right, we're going to do one more sentence. So this sentence is a hungry dog growled angrily. So what is this sentence about? Who is it about? It's about the dog. So we put dog here because dog always in the subject section. What did the dog do? The dog growled. So we'll put growled in the verb spot because it is a verb. All right. So all the other words, once you have the subject and the verb, that's like the heart and brains of the sentence. It's like the main parts of the sentence. Most of the other words are just modifying. So A and hungry are both giving you information about the dog, or is connected to the dog, is helping that word out in the sentence. So I'm going to make two lines for it, for that, one for that adjective, and I'll make another one for our second adjective. And I'll put it under here because it's modifying it, right? And then angrily, is it telling you about the dog or how it growled? Well, it's telling me how the dog growled, so I'm going to put it should go under the verb. It's modifying the verb, also known as an adverb. So here we have our subject is dog, our verb is growled, A and hungry are both adjectives modifying the subject, and angrily modifies the verb. And that ends our sentence diagrams for today.